Hey everyone, welcome to Jira for Beginners Training, and in this video I'm going to discuss about some of the common terms that we'll be using across this training and some terminologies that you should be across if you're absolute beginner to Jira and want to learn Jira. So the first thing that I want to discuss in this particular video is the issues. What exactly are the issues in Jira? Now within Jira, every work item that you have is an issue, right? So basically this is my Jira site. And if you see here, if we simply go ahead and click on the create sign here, or let me minimize it. So what you will see here is you have this create button, right? So if you click on this create, and here you will see that you have the project, whatever project has been selected, and then you have the issue type, right? So what exactly is the issue type? So any work item within Jira is an issue type. So you will see more or less, if you are in the development project, you will see something like story, task, bug, etc., epic. That's what you will see if you are into the development project. But if you are in some other, say for example, marketing or HR project, you might, or you have chosen the other project templates while creating the project, you might see tasks, subtasks accordingly. So issue type is highly configurable within Jira, and depending on the template that is chosen and the domain that your project lies in, if you are into marketing, if you are in finance, you are in software development, the issue type that you see in this particular list will differ, okay, or might differ. It won't be exactly same. Now there will be also possibility that custom issue types are created. For example, the Jira administrator can go in and create a absolute new issue type and add it in here, and you will be able to see that particular issue type here. For example, you don't see any issue type as feature, right? So Jira administrator can go in, configure a new issue type, name it as feature, and add it to this particular list, and you will be able to see the issue type as feature. But on a higher level, issue is any work item or work that needs to be done within a project, right? Now that's basically on a high level what exactly the issue is. Now if we talk about project is collection of issues, right? Briefly I have anyways covered in the previous video as well, but project is collection of all the issues or the work item that need to be done. Now issues can be named, or within your projects people might be calling them with different names. For example, they might be calling them tickets or tasks, etc. But from the Jira terminology, everything is basically issues. It doesn't matter whether it's story, bug, epic, task, etc. Now depending on the context, you will be using different names accordingly for the issue type. Okay, now project is collection of issues. So if you see here, we are into this RCV Academy Android app project, and we have a couple of other projects. So if we go to the RCV app demo, and so here we don't have any issues. So what I'll do is I'll go to the backlog and let me create a couple of issues there, or what we'll do is we'll simply click on this plus sign or create button, and then we'll create some of the issues there. So a issue type could be anything, but everything basically is an issue. So I'll say test story, or I'll say, so develop UI for RCV UI. You can select a parent, etc. But as of now, let me create an issue and show you on the board. So you'll see the issue got created, and if I now refresh the backlog, or basically go to the backlog, you will see this particular issue is here. Okay, so this is basically how the issues will look on in a particular project, and project will be a collection of all the work that needs to be done. Now in software development, there will be a lot of work that needs to be done in terms of designing, testing, deploying. So all of those issues will be created within the project, and then people will start, or the team will start working, or these issues will be assigned, allocated to the team, and people will start working, closing those items, or working on those, closing those items, and completing those issues. So that's basically how the basic flow will look like. And now if we talk about briefly about the project, so we have two types of projects within Jira as well, team managed and company managed, which I have covered in detail in the previous video. So team managed has a limited sort of functionality, or gives more flexibility to the teams, because you do not share the schemes from other projects within the team. But company managed projects are across the organization, so there will be a lot of schemes that will be shared. For example, configuration schemes that will will be shared within those company managed projects. So there could be a possibility that 50 different projects in a larger enterprise are sharing the same workflow configuration, same issue configuration scheme, etc. So that's the basic sort of difference between those type of projects. So team managed and company managed, and you will be able to see that you are in the company managed project in the lower half of the project, whichever has been selected, whether it's team managed or company managed. Now the next thing that I want to cover is, so for example, here we are in the project, right? So you have this project name, first thing, and then this is the key. Whatever key that you see here, RCVVAP or KAN or RCVVAC, this is basically the project key, and this is the name of the project. Now, if you see a particular project, say for example, how the key works. So if you see, so if I select this particular project, you will see the key of the project will be a prefix for all the issues that will be created in that particular project. Okay, so for example, the key of this particular Kanban project is KAN. So all the issues that will get created will have this particular key as a prefix. Okay, similarly, if we go to the other project, you will see the issue that we created there will have the key of that particular project. So that's how the key is being utilized. You'll see RCVVAP-1, the first issue that we created. Now the next thing that I want to cover is the boards within Jira. So what exactly is the board? So board is the visual representation of the work that will be done within a project, and there are two types of boards. So Kanban board, which will be used by any domain or any team. So it doesn't matter your marketing, software development, HR, you can use Kanban boards in any project types, because Kanban is more of a continuous flow of work. When I say continuous flow of work, there is a work item that needs to be done. Okay, so more of a support, more of a employee onboarding if you talk about for HR, for marketing, promotions, right? So all of these work items are continuous flow of work. It's not time box, it's continuous flow of work. So those type of projects, or wherever that particular use case is more suitable, you should go ahead with the Kanban board, because then you will have a continuous flow of work. Basically the board will have to do in progress done, and this can be configured. These columns can be configured in the Kanban board, but Kanban board is more of a continuous flow of work, can be used across any domain and any projects. But if we talk about the Scrum, it is more for specific software development teams, wherein they have time box iterations of 2 to 4 weeks where they choose the board. But overall, from the end user's perspective, you do not need to worry about how these boards are basically configured, created. I'll anyways cover that. But from the user's perspective, you should be able to understand how you navigate to the project, how you see the issues. Your work will be more of working on the issues using Jira, navigating the issues to the correct column, understanding whether the board is Kanban or Scrum. So that's why I'm covering all of these concepts here. So in the Scrum board, you will see the column structure might look absolutely similar. It doesn't matter it is Kanban or Scrum project. So basically, if I go to this Kanban project, okay, so you'll see the board is to do, in progress, and done, right? So it has, the workflow is almost similar, and this is RCV app demo. This is a Scrum project, and you will see the board is almost similar, and you can add multiple or more columns depending on the project requirement. For example, in software development, you will have to do in analysis, then development, in testing. So there will be multiple boards or multiple columns that will be available on the board. So once you know that, yeah, this is basically a board wherein you will have column and the tickets will be available on the board, so that team can go ahead, and whosoever is assigned to those particular tickets can go ahead and work on those, add comments, etc. So for example, if I go here in this particular backlog here and I add this, right? So basically, let me go to the Kanban one so you can see that. So you'll see this particular issue, right? So if, say for example, this is assigned, this is at the moment unassigned, but for example, this is assigned to me. Okay, now I know as a part of, as a team member, this particular issue is assigned to me. So I'll go ahead and whatever this particular ticket says, I'll start working on it. Then I'll go ahead and put the comments, whatever work that I have done on that particular day, put the comments details if there are any issues, blockers, right? So that's how I'll go ahead, open the issue, put the comments, mention anyone, and then save it, right? If I have started working, I'll go ahead, drag and drop into the in progress column, right? So this is basically how end user, or you as an end user, will be mostly utilizing Jira and using the board. Now within the board, if you are in the team managed project, you can't have multiple boards there. But if you are into the company managed projects, you will be able to see. So in the left hand side, you will see that you can see all the boards here, right? So this is the app demo board, and then there are other boards that will be available, and you can see all the boards that are available in this particular project, right? So if I go ahead and click on view all, you will be able to see all the boards. Okay, a project can have multiple boards. For example, software project or company managed project can have multiple boards, but the team managed project, there is a limitation. They haven't provided this feature to have multiple boards on the team managed project. Okay, so that's briefly about the fundamentals of, or some of the terminologies that we'll be using within Jira, about the issue, about the project type, briefly about the types of project, about the key and the boards, different types of board, and how as an end user you will be using. In the next video, I'll deep dive into Jira from the user's perspective, how you're going to use Jira into your project. So that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you. See you in the next one.